Hey there, everybody. Matt Carter here.
And Jessica Carter from CARTERMATT.com.
This is our reaction to Wednesday night's The Masked Singer. This is the end of, I guess, Group A,
Yeah.
This first little grouping of people. Next week, we will have all new people, which is great because not everyone knows who those people are yet.
Yeah, it's amazing that no matter what they've tried to do with this show, they've tried to disguise voices, they've tried to cover faces, they've brought in even like somebody's teacher, somebody's hairdresser.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. Everybody figures out who everybody is.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure it's probably different for people who just aren't that much on the internet, and they probably don't hear the same guesses all the time. But, you know, we're jaded. We hear everything on this end. But I think really, you know, the top story of this episode, more so than trying to figure out who people are, is the great Shaka Khan controversy to end all controversies.
Yeah, we got a couple theories.
All right, well, we're going to break all this down. Before we dive in, though, if you like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any other updates. Would you say that this is a particularly monstrous exit for Shaka Khan?
I see what you did there.
You are welcome.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It is Shaka Khan. So I don't know how Gronk is still there. The White Tiger is still there. Shaka Khan is not there. Okay, here's where my theory comes in.
Okay, all right, let's hear it.
My theory is that Shaka Khan is clearly a superstar. She is sitting on a pile of money and fame and talent. And she may have this is just my tinfoil hat theory here, that she may have been like, okay, yes, I'd love to come and do Masked Singer. It would be really fun. But I only have this much time in my schedule. So I would need to be maybe around, you know, I can give you a couple weeks and then I need to go and get more Grammys. So I thought maybe that's because I can't really wrap my head around how something like this happens unless there's just, oh man, yeah, we're gonna jump on having Shaka Khan. Of course we are, but if we can only have it for a little while, okay, great. We'll have you for as long as we can have you.
Let me take that hat off of you. I'm gonna put it on now.
Okay.
All right. So there's my theory on this. The White Tiger is fun. The White Tiger dances around, like does all the moves, does the crowd work.
Sure.
Shaka Khan is in quite possibly the worst costume imaginable. You cannot move in that thing.
It's iconic, but yeah.
It is big, it is sweaty, like everything that is bad with that. And I think The Masked Singer, you know, it's probably watched by a lot of families, and I feel like The White Tiger is probably to a lot of people, especially younger viewers, something that's big and exciting and fun that they can sort of put out there, and I just don't think they can do that with Miss Monster. So if, let's just say hypothetically, Shaka Khan had the time to continue moving forward, maybe they go in this direction, because let's be clear, they're not doing it for Gronk's voice.
No, and this is where the other part of, I guess, my theory or my idea about this show comes in. And it's really about, this show is not American Idol. Shaka Khan doesn't need to go on the show to prove that she's a great singer. She has done that a million times over already. This is for people more like the Drew Careys or the Gronks or people who are not known for their singing, and they're just coming here to have a blast and be fun and enjoy themselves, do something completely different and have a laugh. So I think when it comes to judging or people in the audience, I don't know necessarily that they are only looking at singing. And yes, there is that element. You see the kangaroo and you're like, amazing. This person is amazing. I don't know who she is, but she's amazing. And absolutely, that's why someone like the kangaroo is going to go on and win the show.
Yeah.
But keeping someone like Gronk around, it isn't just about the singing. It is about, hey, the whole audience is up, everybody's dancing, everybody's having a great time. Even the judges were like, you're terrible, but I love you anyways. So that's kind of, this show is just fun and crazy. Like, it's not just about the singing.
Can I just point out, though, that in the White Tiger's We Will Rock You performance, He didn't even actually sing the title of the song. He just, like, mumbled through the verses and then let everybody in the crowd do the rest.
That is why my conspiracy theory is that Shaka Khan had something else on the go and that she signed on for only a few episodes. This is just a theory. It is not a fact.
Well,
but that she was like, yeah, I'll do it for a little while, but I just can't give this much time because either she's recording or she's touring or she's got something else going on.
The White Tiger is making it possible for everyone out there to imagine that they too can go really far on The Masked Singer.
That's right.
As long as they wear a silly costume and move around a lot. I mean, technically, we don't know that it's Gronk, but come on, it's Gronk. Like, these people are like, the judges are basically trying to find a way to keep this show entertaining when they all know who it is.
Yeah, and I mean, we've long guessed that that's the thing, is that they're going to give out as many sort of fakey answers as they can at the beginning because some people, I think it was Robin Thicke, might have mentioned, I could be wrong, so quote me on that he mentioned that he likes to sometimes save his really good answers because he doesn't want everybody jumping on them, and I totally understand that.
Yeah, it's impossible. I mean, especially at this point, you have Gronk giving Jenny McCarthy the Valentine, and it's, oh, your husband would like it more. Yeah, because Donnie Wahlberg loves Boston sports. We get it, Gronk. You don't need to give us any more clues.
Yeah, his clues have been pretty obvious, and I don't even know who Gronk is, and I'm starting to just see what the pattern is here.
Yeah, the pattern is big, goofy guy who cannot sing and can kind of dance. And that is where we are with Gronk at this point.
Yeah.
I guess we should talk about the other two people because technically these two are probably going to last on the show a lot longer than Gronk is.
Yep.
The Turtle, interesting story that came out about the Turtle this week, where the Backstreet Boys were making an appearance on Watch What Happens Live, and Nick Carter claimed that the Turtle was created for him to be in the costume, but that because of touring schedules or whatever else, they were too busy. It didn't end up happening. I could at least see the Turtle and Nick Carter being in that Turtle costume. It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense, and I could see that happening.
But, yeah, I think we can say pretty definitively the Turtle is not Nick Carter now.
No. Unless he's just throwing some smoke out there so nobody thinks that it's him.
Yeah, I mean...
But I doubt it. I mean, there's been a pretty strong consensus of who this is online. Anytime we ever talk about anybody else being the Turtle, where I think maybe it could have been Adam Lambert or maybe it could have been Mark Wahlberg, it is always that it is not.
The answer everyone has right now is that this is Jesse McCartney. And the truth is, I've heard a couple Jesse McCartney songs in my life. I mean, I think one of them is called Beautiful Soul, if I remember right. But I have not heard a Jesse McCartney song in a while. This is no shade at Jesse McCartney. I listen to very weird music. So I just don't necessarily... I wouldn't be able to point him out. And I certainly wouldn't have been able to identify his voice. Like, I looked at the way he danced, and I really could have made a case that it was AJ McLean or, like, another Backstreet Boy. The Nick Lachey guess, I think, is also still a really good guess.
Yep.
But, yeah, if it's Jesse McCartney, it's Jesse McCartney, and that's
I would never be able to guess that at all. I've never heard any of his music, so that's the thing about this show, is if you've got someone that you know, like last season with Seal, where it's just like, oh, man, I've listened to his stuff over and over and over again a million times. Like, I would know that voice anywhere. So if I've never heard him, then, you know, that's how it is. Like with The Tree.
Yeah, with The Tree last year.
I don't know who that is. And so even when the reveal happened, I was like, oh, it's you who I don't know, but good voice.
Yeah, that's the problem sometimes. It's almost impossible for us to know every actual celebrity that's on this show, let alone be able to make accurate guesses for all of them.
Yep.
But let's compare the Turtle and the Kangaroo. Who do you actually think is better? Who do you think has a better chance of winning?
Oh, the Kangaroo. I think not only is her voice better, but I just feel like her story is resonating with more people.
Yeah, I think her story is really, really powerful. I think that she has a really good voice. I think she still plays into the character really well.
Yep.
So it doesn't feel like she's just somebody wearing some random mask. It feels like she has to be the Kangaroo because of the way in which it's being told. And Yeah, I mean, I think the turtle's probably a slightly better dancer, but I think the kangaroo's a better singer, and I think at this point, I would kind of like to see a different kind of winner, because we just had the fox win, and the fox did a lot of dancing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And, you know, there are some guesses out there about who the kangaroo is, and we have made some particularly interesting ones over time.
Yeah, but it is nice that we do have at least this one person here where not everybody is, oh, it's 100% this person. There's like a couple, 3 or 4 people that everyone's kind of circling around.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard some people say Jennifer Hudson. I've heard some people say Jordan Sparks, and yeah, that one makes a certain amount of sense to me, because I've heard Jennifer Hudson's voice a ton, and that's not Jennifer Hudson's voice. But I still think there's at least a little bit of room for discussion there. Not a lot. I've at least eliminated Miley Cyrus now from the mix. So,
yes, I remember when you were on that hill.
Yeah, so really at this point, it's all about, okay, she's probably like 5'9", 5'10". She's almost Nick Cannon's height. She's obviously been through a lot. What do you think about the new twist now where they're bringing in people who know everyone? And it's like the Masked Singer phone a friend.
I love it. And the reason I love it is because you're never gonna know who Shaka Khan's hairdresser is. Like, it's something you can't put into Google, because if you're just like, oh, well, this person has really fabulous hair. Yeah. Okay, well, there's a lot of people that have really fabulous hair, so, you know, that is everybody. I like that it makes it so that it's so much harder. You can't just Google it.
I think it would be funnier if they actually got famous people to be some of these phone-a-friends, and then once the person has unmasked, they go back and reveal the truth from when they were on.
Well, that was one of the things I was thinking about with Gronk's, because whoever Gronk's person was, I was like, that's probably The Rock, because he's like, oh, and you smell what I'm cooking? And then he's got like this big dartboard on his face. That was giving me life. I loved it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, all we know is that's like a college person, and I was thinking, oh, it'd be hilarious if this was Tom Brady, but I was like, okay, Tom Brady's like a million years old compared to Gronk. It's not, so it's probably not somebody who's really famous, but it would be so funny if it was. But yeah, then I guess you'd have to negotiate that famous person being on the show.
Unless they're just like, oh, well, I'm only here for one clue, and it's just a fun thing, so why not? I'm in town. Can
the dartboard be a costume for The Masked Singer season 4?
So funny.
Yeah, I would be all in on that. And you know, speaking of costumes, we kind of got a small tease at the end of the episode.
Yep.
We're going to finally see the banana in action.
Yeah.
I think my favorite one, though, is the elephant. It looks like it's something out of Tron. And I don't even love Tron, but I just think the elephant looks kind of just weird. It's like the Ella-tron. Maybe I'm going to call it that.
All right. I didn't like Tron as much as you, I guess.
I didn't even say I like Tron. I like how cool Tron looked if you ignore everything else.
That's true. Yep, you ignore the acting and the story and just... Yeah.
We are getting so many dislikes now by Tron fans at this point, because Tron has fans. All right, well,
Absolutely it does, and I get why it does.
Let's not burn this video any further with the Tron crowd. I'm sorry, but all right, let us know what you thought about Wednesday's episode, and more than anything else, because a lot of people seem to know who these people are at this point.
Yep.
What do you think is going on with them eliminating Shaka Khan over supposedly Gronk? Share in the comments, and if you do like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and you can support us further by checking the link in the description to the CARTERMATT store, and we'll see you here next time.